What happens when the walls of one of Arkansas's most dangerous prisons can no longer contain the anger and frustration of its inmates? Chaos. It was a night of chaos inside the Cummins Unit in Grady, Arkansas. Under the cover of darkness, inmates flipped beds, shattered windows, and destroyed surveillance equipment. In a violent display of frustration, the destruction was captured on a contraband cell phone, a device that shouldn't even exist behind prison walls. Yet it became a lifeline to the outside world, offering a rare glimpse into life on the inside. The footage, shared anonymously by the sibling of an inmate, paints a grim picture of disorder and neglect. The sibling, seeking to protect their loved one, claimed the facility's conditions had deteriorated. Mold, roaches in the food, and poor upkeep were just the beginning. According to the source, the disturbance had been brewing for weeks, culminating in the night of mayhem. Inmates, tired of what they described as inhumane conditions, lashed out, turning their housing unit upside down. Welcome back to Chasing Crime. Today, we're going inside one of the most violent and dangerous prisons in the South, Cummins Unit. Let's dive into some shocking statistics that reveal the reality of life inside Cummins Unit. Established in 1902, Cummins Unit is one of Arkansas's largest and oldest maximum security prisons, housing over 1,876 of the state's most dangerous offenders. Many of these inmates are serving lengthy sentences for violent crimes. However, like many U.S. prisons, Cummins often struggles with overcrowding, which exacerbates tensions inside the facility. One unique aspect of Cummins Unit is its vast 16,000-acre prison farm, one of the largest agricultural operations in any American prison. Inmates work the fields, growing crops and tending livestock, which plays a significant role in the prison's daily operations. This agricultural labor has been a part of the prison's history since its inception, but critics have long questioned the ethics of the forced labor system used here. In the heart of Arkansas, Cummins Unit stands as the final stop for some of the state's most infamous criminals, where time seems to stand still for those awaiting their fate. This maximum security prison has been the site of Arkansas's execution chamber for decades. Perhaps the most dramatic chapter in Cummins' history came in 2017, when the prison became the focus of national attention. In the span of 11 days, 4 executions were carried out. As the clock ticked down, these executions weren't just routine, they made national headlines, turning Cummins into the epicenter of debate on capital punishment. A notable execution at Cummins Unit occurred during that controversial 2017 execution spree. Among the inmates executed was Kenneth Williams. Williams had been convicted of killing a college student in 1999 and later escaping from prison, during which he committed another murder. Williams' execution drew significant attention, not just for his crimes, but for the manner in which it was carried out. During the lethal injection, witnesses reported that Williams lurched and convulsed on the gurney, leading to widespread concern and scrutiny over the state's use of its lethal injection protocol. His execution was the 4th of 8 planned within an 11-day period, a schedule driven by the impending expiration of one of the drugs used in the lethal injection. Despite the controversy surrounding his final moments, Williams was pronounced dead at 11:05 p.m., 13 minutes after the injection began. His case remains a significant chapter in the state's use of the death penalty. Now, let's turn to some recent violence at the facility. In 2021, Jerry Richard, serving a life sentence for murder, was fatally assaulted inside the prison. Despite being rushed to the hospital, he died from his injuries. In 2018, John Howe, another inmate serving life without parole, was found unresponsive on the floor of his barracks. Despite efforts to revive him, he was pronounced dead shortly after. Both incidents triggered investigations by the Arkansas State Police and the Department of Corrections, raising serious concerns about inmate safety and the persistent violence at Cummins Unit. In 2017, a single punch turned deadly, leading to a tragic loss and an additional prison sentence. DeMont Uels, a 47-year-old inmate, struck fellow prisoner James Walker during a dispute in the barracks bathroom. The blow caused Walker to fall, hitting his head on the concrete floor, which ultimately led to his death the following day. Uels was charged with manslaughter and received an additional 20-year sentence, on top of his existing sentence. This incident occurred during a period of violent outbreaks in Arkansas's prison system, with multiple reports of inmate altercations and injuries across facilities, including Cummins Unit, and a shocking incident highlighting the ongoing issues of contraband smuggling at Cummins Unit. 26-year-old Sergeant Tia Washington was arrested for attempting to bring drugs into the prison. On a Monday afternoon, while reporting for her shift, Washington was searched by prison staff, who found an object in her duty belt containing 53 grams of what is believed to be marijuana or K2, but the discovery didn't end there. After further investigation by the Arkansas State Police, agents found an additional 71 grams of suspected marijuana or K2 hidden inside Washington's body. She was immediately arrested and charged with the introduction of prohibited articles into a prison facility and possession of controlled substances for distribution. Following her arrest, Washington was terminated from her position at Cummins Unit. This incident underscores the challenges faced by the Arkansas Department of Correction in controlling the flow of contraband into the prison. Despite strict security measures, the involvement of staff members in smuggling operations poses a serious threat to the safety and security of both inmates and personnel, complicating efforts to maintain order in one of the state's most dangerous prisons. COVID-19 hit this prison particularly hard. On May 13, 2020, Robert Todd Birmingham, an inmate at Cummins Unit, died from complications related to COVID-19. Birmingham, 54, was serving a life sentence for rape, aggravated robbery, and kidnapping. He gained infamy as the blue light rapist for using a flashing blue light to impersonate law enforcement and pull over women whom he then assaulted. His death marked the 8th COVID-19 related fatality at Cummins Unit, highlighting the severe impact of the pandemic on the prison population. With over 1,800 inmates housed in close quarters, the virus spread rapidly through the facility. In a shocking twist, an escaped inmate who had been on the run for 32 years was finally captured. Stephen Dishman, who broke out of the Cummins Unit in Grady, Arkansas on May 28, 1985. Dishman had been serving a 7-year sentence for burglary and was eligible for parole in 1987. However, he escaped just a year into his sentence and managed to evade capture for over 3 decades. His original discharge date was set for 1991, but instead, he lived under the radar for all these years. The breakthrough came when someone who had known Dishman for about 5 years after his escape stepped forward with information that led authorities to his location. Local law enforcement, along with Arkansas State Police, moved in and arrested the 60-year-old fugitive without incident. This story serves as a stark reminder that no matter how much time has passed, the long arm of the law eventually catches up. But not all moments at Cummins have been dark. In April 1969, Johnny Cash brought a rare sense of hope and joy to the prison, performing a memorable concert for inmates of Cummins Unit. This event, held in front of 800 prisoners, marked a unique moment in the prison's history. Cash, who is well known for his support of those behind bars, brought his music and message to the facility. This concert came during Governor Winthrop Rockefeller's efforts to improve conditions at Arkansas prisons. Cash, fresh off the success of his At Folsom Prison album, supported Rockefeller's campaign for change. During the performance, Cash played a special song, When I Get Out of Cummins, which resonated deeply with the inmates. So what do you think? Can a prison like Cummins Unit, with its history of escapes, violence, and infamous inmates, ever truly reform? Or will it forever be a symbol of the dark realities behind bars? If you found this exploration of Cummins Unit eye-opening, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more gripping prison stories on chasing crime. Thanks for watching, and stay safe.